Yeah.
No flag laws.
You know matter! Matter!
Goddamn right. So, give us a few minutes. We can start it. Don't take that minutes.
So we are out here at the Rensselaer County Jail. That's behind me. That's this lovely facility that's behind me. Behind us is a cage that is holding human beings that deserve respect and dignity, and not to be judged by one single act that they may or may not have committed. And also, let's realize that inside our county jails, they're not always convicted of something. They're not always, right? Very often they sit in here because they can't afford bail. So inside this building, with all of these fences and barbed wire, cages inside of cages, are human beings. They're individuals that are from Troy or from Albany or Schenectady or Saratoga or maybe from someplace else. Because where a county jail is, it doesn't mean that's where the person is from. But very often, people from local communities are locked inside of cages, inside cells where they can't touch their families or their communities, denied access to their humanity, and beaten. We've heard time and time again on this tour about the individuals that have been beaten for simply looking at an officer. Or one individual that was shackled, bleeding, taken to a court date from the county jail in Schenectady. So again, here we are, Freedom Tour, Rensselaer County, in the city of Troy. And you can hear them in the background. We want justice and we want it now. And if we don't get it, shut it down. That's what's up. You are one of the first speakers.
Okay, yeah, because I gotta go.
Yep.
But I'm out here.
Yep. Appreciate you. Hey. We're gonna have to get out of the road at some point. You think they're gonna let us stay in the road?
Maybe.
So remember, we're out here in Troy. Our speakers are gonna start soon. We need more people here. You still have time to come out. Because after we are here, there's Troy Lights Out in the city of Troy. So we're going to come here and then go into the city of Troy, support Troy even further.
Our mental health is shot because of racism, because of injustice.
many
not.
people know of us doing that in our minority?
So am I.
They don't act
The
right.
hell?
They see a black man outraged, you know, because he's a target and we have to tackle him. That's what they do. They don't say that when they go into the upper class neighborhood. Well, man, sir, what is wrong here? What is the problem here? That's what I hear. That's what I see. Even if you watch the show Cops, that's what you see, though. That is what you see on that show Cops. They make it very realistic for us, y'all. And we watch this stuff and be like, oh, sometimes we're like, oh, that ain't right, right? That is not right. This is not right. And this is why it's discontinued, because it ain't fucking right. Let that be known. But I love y'all. I'm gonna hand it back over. I just want to let y'all know that they're okay. And just remember, Daddy is always home. Daddy's home.
Okay, y'all. Marvelous, Bakari, Sonny, always. So, are y'all ready? Yeah. Y'all ready to get started? Yeah. Okay, we are about to do libation. I ask that everyone form a circle around this tree, right here. Just give me a nice loose circle around the parking lot, around the tree. Just a heads up for those who did not wear sunglasses today. I have some for you. Good. Now you grab it inside.
Want me to do that while you take this
Oh no.
and help him out? You don't feel like
This is my job today. I checked in all the speakers. I made sure the MC had a list of speakers, and now I'm going live. Your videographer for today, Jamaica Miles.
Hello everyone, my name is Ananta. I'm from Troy and I'm here today to pour libation. So it is customary at gatherings of people of African descent to pour libation in honor of those who came before us. I live in African proverb that says, if you speak the names of the dead, they never die. So what I'm going to do is read a statement, and after each statement, as I go to pour water into the tree, you will respond with the Yoruba word Ashe. Can we practice that real quick? Ashe.
Ashe!
Alright. And so we have water, and inside my water, that water has no energy. And we pour water back into the earth as a metaphor. So, to the motherland Africa, the birthplace of all humanity, to her we say,
Ashe!
to the ever-present force of God running through each of us, to God we say,
Ashe!
to the first African people, who gave us our sciences, our mathematics, built kingdoms and civilizations, and gave us literature and our arts, and taught us ways of being. To them we say,
Ashe!
to the first Africans who were stolen by white colonizers and brought to the Caribbean, brought to South America, brought to North America, to them we say,
Ashe!
to the Africans who did not make it across the journey, the Mayapa, the worst Holocaust in human history, who were thrown aboard or who jumped aboard the ships knowing that their freedom would be found in the water. To them we say,
Ashe!
the Africans who made it to the new land, our ancestors who gave birth to society throughout the Americas. To them we say,
Ashe!
the first Africans who decided to run away up north, who followed the North Star, knowing that that's where their freedom was, and who did not stand to be enslaved. To them we
Ashe.
The Africans here in the New World who had to deal with enslavement and Jim Crow and other systems of oppression that continue to fail us, including the justice system or the injustice system. To them we say,
Ashe.
to the Africans who fought for us in this new country, to our intellectuals and our artists, to our freedom fighters and to our teachers, to our scientists and mathematicians, to them we say,
Ashe.
to all those Africans who have come in Rensselaer County Jail and other jails across this country, who have been victims of police murder in jails like Khalif Browder and Sandra Bland. To them we say,
Ashe.
to the African child who represents the hope for a future, to them we say,
Ashe.
thank you.
It is important, and Lou speaks to this coming up that important, that it's important that we group ourselves in our history, group ourselves in our ancestors. We live our history. Every one of us have ancestors who have lived and died and birthed culture and people and behaviors and values and pushed forward groups of days such as the same thing we will do for our children and our young ones moving forward in life. It is important that we always remember where we were, where we come from. Because how else are we going to know where we're going?
Say what you said.
How else are we going to learn from the mistakes of our past so that we together can build a future that we all desire? I say this also everywhere I go. It literally takes all of us coming together to create the world, the society that we want. That's why every one of these actions, the folks that come out here are from every background, every class, race, culture that our community has to offer. They come out and they all are saying in one voice, Black Lives Matter. Black lives matter. Black thought matter. Black progress matter. Black children matter.
That's
Black
right.
folks behind that wall matter.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm going to introduce the next speaker from Troy. Wonderful woman, my mentor. Yes, I keep saying it. Yes. Luz Marquez Bimbo.
Much love. And I don't know if them brothers can hear us, but brothers, we here because we see you. We see you, brothers. And I hope to God that you can hear us. I hope you can hear us. I am so grateful that my daughter was able to get us here and to pay homage to our ancestors. We don't do nothing without ever inviting our ancestors into the space, without recalling their legacy, their age. We know that while we might walk in this world alone, we are never alone, and that they are always with us. Always with us. My people are the people that were born and changed and left us with the people. But I am clear that I am about Black lives today and every single day. I thank you for coming to Troy. I am grateful to be working with some of the badass, kick-ass organizers like Jamaica and Sean, and Vocal and some of the other collaborators. See the Troy for Black Lives is great. Standing up for justice, for standing up against police brutality, for standing up against systemic brutality, for standing up against all the issues that impact our lives today. Yesterday, in Troy, there was the killing of a another black man.
Yes.
And I'm going to try to do this without crying. See, I am a survivor of child sexual assault. From the age of 7 to 14, my older brother abused me until I was 9. By the time I was 12, my mother poisoned abused me. By the time I'm 14, I'm raped. Why is that important to the conversation? Because many times people have us fooled that because we are survivors, that we believe in that stupid ass motherfucking criminal justice system.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
There is a statistic that says that black women and women of color and indigenous women will not report to police. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Yeah.
It ain't because we're stupid. It ain't because we like the abuse. It is because we love our people. We have an undying love for our people, and we know that there is no way that the fucking police and the criminal justice system is ever going to do away with child sexual abuse, sex trafficking, domestic violence, and every other ill that impales the black woman and the black child. You understand?
That's right.
So don't be twisted. That because, and don't drink the Kool-Aid. That because, yes, he was harming a black woman, absolutely, and no, he should not, and yes, he should be accountable. Should he be dead?
No.
Absolutely not. Do not be fooled. I was there. I spoke to neighbors. This is not the first fucking time that they have called the cops or have told the cops about domestic violence in that house.
Say it.
Police don't care about our lives. It's weird. You look at statistics of cases, and when it's a white survivor and a white perpetrator, maybe they'll get some justice. If it is a black wrongdoer and a black survivor, nah, we don't get the same goddamn justice. Either the woman will go to jail for self-defense, which she should not be, or the man will be killed, and that is what happened yesterday. That is a murder. You understand? That was a murder yesterday.
Yes.
Do not get confused. There were tons of things that the city, that the police, that domestic violence fucking unity house, and other people should be fucking doing. They have millions
That's
of
right.
dollars
Talk
to
about it.
intervene.
Talk about it.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by any of that shit. Many of us don't report not because we suffer from domestic violence syndrome, but because it is a political oxymoron for us to report to the police when we know
Yes.
the use of abuse is not. You understand?
Yeah.
Come on.
Talk about how we treat femmes, how we treat black trans, how we treat black women, how we treat black children. We do. We have a reckoning to do in our own communities, with our own selves. But that doesn't mean those motherfuckers have to take you away from us.
That's
In
right.
order for the work to be done, we have to be in community with each other.
That's right.
Black people have to
That's
be in
right.
community with each other.
Come on.
We can't no longer learn that geography divides us. If I'm Puerto Rican and you from the South, or you from the continent, or you from the Caribbean, no! Fuck that shit!
Come
Let's
on.
reimagine! Let's reimagine that our ancestors were separated out of shit, and they were separated from their tribe, and we are finally coming together!
Right. Talk about it. I love this woman. I swear to God. She takes my whole heart. I'm glad she's my mentor.
What does it mean to be human? And what does it mean to love each other? And we got to bring black love back into this motherfucker. Oh, yes.
Yes.
We got to bring black love into this motherfucker. And I am not allowing them to play that goddamn police officer like he's a fucking martyr. He lives downstairs from that couple for 3 fucking weeks.
And he hurt.
Because last week he might have punched her, and the week before that he might have been yelling at her, and that bastard heard it.
And didn't do shit.
And he goes to their apartment with a goddamn
Shotgun. It was premeditated.
You
It
right.
was fucking premeditated.
Right, Tashika.
So we have a reckoning in this fucking town. No, there is a thing called transformative justice. There is a thing called restorative justice. And if you don't know about it,
That's right.
Medina tagged him in it.
That's
They had
right.
to call the state attorney general's office.
They didn't
Why?
have a choice.
Because their asses are being watched.
Yep.
That's right.
Let's go. That's why.
We, as a community, have to watch them and stay on top of them just the same. As such, justice for Dalming, we understand and we live intersectionality. We are rooted in Black feminist process. We respect the defense and protection of women's rights and people of marginalized genders. The recognition and embodiment of the fact that all lives matter. A celebration and respect of all gender expressions, sexualities, and across the Black diaspora. Pre-trial justice and bail reform that honors due process, and that is clear. Because one of the things we asked when we got rid of the Springfield County Security criminal Joe Avalon, because he was fucking criminal, and we got the brand new Mary Donnelly, who's a fucking pendeja. So we never understood here. And she told us that she was going to get our people out of there who's not even had a fucking case. In other words, they haven't even been up on trial. And they're just being held in there. Fathers, mothers, young people. That don't make no goddamn sense to me. That's not about justice being blocked. And so I welcome you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And this ain't my end today. This is a long marathon. It's a long marathon. But when we start with survivors, we start with formerly incarcerated people, we start to shift the pendulum of what the status quo bullshit is. And we start to break systems that continue to oppress our people.
They're gonna
So I
double it
thank
up
you.
and get closer
With
though,
that, I'm
babe.
done.
What do you think?
Do I introduce the next, or you want to do it?
You want to do it? Go ahead.
Tashika. It's Tashika.
This is
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it over to my homegirl Tashika Medina.
Whoop whoop!
As well as a new organization, and hopefully let you know about what is going on tonight in downtown.
I just want everybody to move. So that facing, yeah. Yeah. If everybody can come over to this side.
Everybody, can we just get everybody on one side so that everyone can hear? We're not spinning around. Come on.
Although it's fun to watch.
Yeah, half moon is good. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to line up right there. Half moon is good.
And now I can hit Tashika. It was self-serving.
And now I can introduce Tashika.
Black lives
Matter!
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
And that's what needs to happen in Rensselaer County Jail. Because Pat Donnelly stood with us and said, no, the bail reform law is good. We're going to help you in Troy. We're going to help bring your sons and your daughters and their fathers home. And then she switched her tone on the city of Troy. And she was elected by us. Do many people know that most of the representatives in this area are not elected, they are selected?
That's right.
Okay? And they're selected to do the dirty work. How can taking someone from their children and holding them without due process is okay? As a citizen of America, we are entitled to due process. We have people standing in there right now that haven't had a court date, that just been charged, not even arraigned, and it's being blamed on COVID. We have people sitting in there that are ICE detained, but yet they can't even get no interpreters to speak out and let their story be known. This is what we need to stop, not only in Rensselaer County, but in America. We have kids being separated from their parents. We got over 5,000 kids missing in America. I don't want to curse.
Oh, I cuss all the time.
Yes, that's very alarming to me. Do you know how many children have been displaced in Rensselaer County alone? Far than I can keep count of. The fact that the sheriff and the PDA is standing with some of the injustices that we pay them to protect and serve is alarming. We need them out. We need diversity. We need justice on so many different levels. Everybody say, oh, I've been to jail before. But they say, oh, if you go to Rensselaer County, it's Camp Candy. Because on Friday, they give you pizza. And on Thursday, they give you a shrimp night. I wouldn't care about no shrimp or no damn pizza.
Oh, look who's coming.
I got kids to go home to.
Right.
It's for us. It's for us.
Now, how does pizza and shrimp constitute you enslaving? Because it's basically enslaving without due process. And the fact of the matter is, we got a lot of kids right now in the city of Troy that are parentless. And they're sitting behind that wall. Being a resident of Troy for over 15 years, I have seen what the sheriff and the police do out here. And I was one of them, oh, it's never going to change. I'm making change, and I call on every resident of Troy to make a change and stand up, because the power is in numbers. So, we demand that we stop killing our children and over-policing, because that's what they're doing. They're over-policing. We need to demilitarize and defund the police and put some of that money into our neighborhoods and give our youth and our inadequate adults education and a chance to thrive. So I call on all residents of Troy to not sit silent. No more. No more.
No more.
We cannot take this. No more.
Yeah.
Today, my son, who has been shot in the city of Troy, in the dark, in the night, and left for dead. And I don't want to tear up, because this situation made me stand up, and it made me strong. And I said that nobody else is going to go through what I went through. And instead of them defending my son, they're charging him for robbery right now. The police officer, Jones, hit my son off of a bike and told me, bitch, shut up. When I came out to just see him with a knee on my son's neck. And you know what he told me? He's light-skinned with white eyes. It's not going to go that far in the criminal system.
Oh my gosh.
I had to breathe for a minute. And I said to him, my father, my grandmother is light with gray eyes, and they're black. Only reason is because your ancestors raped my ancestors when they came to this country. So don't demean his blackness.
That's right.
And furthermore, what are you saying that, oh, because he's light-skinned with gray eyes, he's going to get through the system? That says a lot for Troy people. So I'm going to read off some of the demands of Troy. First, we want the cops to stop killing our kids.
Perfect time for the Cheetos. Okay.
Oh, we got the kids in the community coming.
That's right.
Cheer them on.
Woo!
Let's go. Come on, Larry. Let's go.
Here it is! Woo!
They want the chance to be kids.
That's right. That's right.
Understand that the youth in our neighborhood really don't have a chance. So I thank the Bike Rescue for giving some of these kids an outlet when our own mayor did it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Understand that Equality for Troy is going to hold those accountable. We are sick of being ignored. Same thing.
Oh, we annoyed at being ignored.
We're highly annoyed.
That's right.
Okay? The fact that they're taking a reactive approach, and if most of you come to my event tonight, Troy Lights Up,
I'ma see you there.
have to say to that.
That's right.
We don't need a reactive approach. We need a proactive approach because we are human too.
You good.
So while I'm downtown eating my pizza and enjoying the life that I can afford to go to sometimes when I'm not broke, all downtown is lit up. But if I want to walk home, I'm walking home in the dark. Let's understand that we have a tale of two Troys. I don't know if most of you have noticed, but we have a tale of two Troys. Where on one side it's dilapidated and our kids have no out, no in, no nothing. And then on the other side, everybody got every opportunity in the world. So that's why I said it needs to be equality for Troy. And I'm committed to making that happen. Because I have 6 sons in the city of Troy. 6. Do you know what it's like for them to say, Mom, I want to go to the park? And I say, you don't have no park to go to. For them to say, Mom, my friends are riding their bikes. And I say, there's no bike lanes and we got traffic speeding on both sides of the street on 5th Avenue in Troy. Our kids live in a dangerous community. Not only because they're black, because the city and the city officials don't care about us on that other side of Hoosick Bridge.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
So, if you go, you'll see it's boarded up, it's dilapidated. We don't even have a supermarket. We don't have nowhere to get fresh fruit and vegetables for our children.
That's right.
I could talk all day, but I'm gonna let this go. Please, come out to my event tonight. I got much more to say. We're gonna light Troy up for everyone in Troy, not just on one side. We're gonna make them two tails come together and we're gonna get equality in Troy, New York. And thank you guys so much.
I love you.
You see that bike ride come through here?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like when a community comes together. This is what we are capable of as a community. The community did this. We didn't need any officials to make this happen. The community came out and it's taking care of itself. So, I'm going to introduce the next speaker, but this is something that has happened at every stop on the Freedom Tour. We get loud, y'all.
That's right.
We get loud.
That's right.
You understand? Because everywhere we've been, they've been able to hear us over there behind that wall.
Over behind the wall. That's right.
So can we get loud? Do we focus our voices that way?
Everybody turn around. Turn around.
Black love!
Matter.
Black love!
Matter.
Black love!
Matter.
Black love!
Matter.
Black love! Black love! Black love! Black love! Thank you, y'all.
That's right. Oh, you good. No. Oh, I had to get extra data. I literally paid $20.
Hey, they can hear us.
Yes!
They can hear us.
Every stop.
That's what I'm talking about. That's people power. You have no idea. If you haven't been behind these walls, you have no idea what it's doing for them right now. Knowing that the community's here, knowing that y'all care, knowing that y'all showed up on this day to make it happen, make your voice heard, and we care what's behind y'all.
I'll ask Sean.
You still have to meet people.
Delilah,
Ask for Kim.
Nice Springs, New York.
Woo woo!
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of share my story for those of you that don't know. On May 29th of 2018, I was arrested in Troy doing a rolling stop to a stop sign for those of you who don't. At the time, I was an undocumented immigrant. Troy police arrested me, proceeded to pull ICE numerous times over and over again. Even though ICE didn't have a warrant for my arrest, Troy police basically harassed them until they issued one. I was detained in Troy police station overnight on a traffic violation. So I was held overnight. I was released on my own recognizance by the judge. I was still held after that. ICE officers came and picked me up the following morning. I was transported to Latham, New York, to the ICE facility on Troy Schenectady Road, for anyone who knows. I was there probably the whole entire day. This is now day 2 of being detained. I was then transported. In all this time, by the way, just so you know, I was never once given a phone call at Troy Police Station. My children were with my aunt. They didn't know where I was. I didn't know where they were. I was transported from the ICE office to Albany County Jail. When I got to Albany County Jail, I was also not afforded a phone call. This is now day 2, probably late in the evening. I think I got to Albany County Jail around 6 p.m. When I got there, they had me speak to a psychiatrist. Because I was crying and I was scared, they deemed me suicidal. So I was transported to the mental health unit.
This isn't gonna work for me.
I was
I have to hold it the other way.
stripped of all my clothes, the county clothes they gave me. I was stripped. They took the bedding off the bed. They took the pillowcase. They took the ICE booklet that I was given that stated my rights. So now I had no rights. I was naked in a cell, locked. It was now the 3rd day, and I'm in Albany County
Justin
Jail
will get
on
back to you on
suicide
that. I don't know.
watch. Guards, female and male, watching me. Other inmates walking back and forth past the cell while I'm completely naked with no type of bedding. It was pretty humiliating and scary, and I probably cried the whole time I was there. I was in Albany County Jail now for 3 days. Still not afforded a phone call. So this is day 5 of being in the jail and not knowing where my kids were and if they were okay. So I just want you guys to know like how badly people are treated in these jails and how badly they are treated in these precincts by these police officers and by these correction officers. I was then transported from Albany County Jail with no shoes, shackled at my ankles and my waist and my hands to Batavia, New York. One thing I didn't add is 5 days. I was not allowed to shower for 5 days. No one in any of these facilities let me shower, let me call my family, let me check on my children who I have sole custody of. So I was transported to Batavia, shackled, shoeless. You know, at this point, I got to the ICE detention facility in Batavia, and
when I got there, they let me shower, and I literally cried tears of joy. Can you imagine being transported to a prison, a federal prison, and crying tears of joy that you get there? I think that's the reality that people need to know, that this is really a 6 days of affairs. This is for a traffic stop. I should have got a ticket. I should have got a fair chance. I was in jail for close to 9 days, 3 months. My kids went without me. My kids that I have sole custody of, they know nothing else other than me. And they didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if I was going to be deported or not. It was a scary time. But the whole time that I was in that facility, one thing resonated, and was that there were really not, the only people in there were of color, so black and brown people. So immigration in America is not a just system. It is a racist system, just like most systems in America, and it's something that needs to be dismantled. ICE needs to be defunded and dismantled.
Yes!
I wanted to be transparent and give you guys an insight of what it's like being in these jails firsthand. I know how scary it is. I know how hard it is. And I know how unfair they treat people in them. And we have to get our brothers and sisters out. We have to support them however we can. If you're young and you're going to school, go to school for law, fight for these people. However you can, you gotta fight. Because I had people out here fighting for me, and because of that, I was released. I had people out here who are here tonight who fought for me, and because of that, I have my green card now.
Yes!
Who came out and fought and came to the jails and protested and did all this. I am here. My kids have their mother. So don't stop. Just keep going, and thank you for listening to my story.
Woo!
Everybody can hear me?
Sorry, live.
Just checking. For those that don't know, my name is Jamaica Miles, co-founder of All of Us. Remember that every stop on the Freedom Tour has been led by the voices of impacted people.
Yes!
This is about freedom and intersectionality and interconnectedness and community. Again, we're listening to a wonderful woman share what happened to her inside a cage. Because for whatever reason you end up in that cage, it is a cage. Don't let them fool you. A detention center is still a cage. And ICE is still a bunch of cops.
Yup.
So when we say defund the police, we mean all police.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's right.
All police, don't get it twisted. And we need to remember exactly what Delilah said. When they say that, they're going and rounding up illegals, by the way, nobody is illegal on stolen land.
Yes!
Tell it. Tell it, sis.
So when they're running around and picking and choosing which people are supposed to be here and not supposed to be here, they're all black and brown. Those are the people they say that gotta go. You think there are not people from Ireland, Scotland, and Europe that their visas expired?
Yup.
Come on. You think every single one of them have finished filing all the paperwork they need to file and all the money they gotta pay to be here legally? No, because America was founded on racism, harm, pain, exploitation, and oppression. But today and every day of the Freedom Tour, we say no more.
No more.
We say to the people behind every wall in every detention center, every jail, and every prison, let our
People go!
Let
Our people go! Our people go!
Are we gonna?
You wanna do it again?
for the beautiful people here.
So
Let them go.
we're going to keep going because we want to hear the voices of these people, which unfortunately is what we have to do because somehow it's not understood that this happens every single day in this city, in this county, in this state, in this country, and across the world. We have to keep testifying because for some reason they don't believe us. And the bravery and strength of the people who share their personal stories, their pain, and their trauma. Please listen with your full self. Every speaker. Because they are reliving their pain. For the opportunity that someone else doesn't go through it.
That's right.
We are here today so that no one else goes through it. And so I truly appreciate that Miles is going to come forward and speak with us today. And share with us. Miles.
Lucy. We actually believe COVID is real. It's still real for the people that don't think it is.
Hey, before I let Miles speak, I just want to say something real quick. Real quick about him. We've known each other for years. For years. We were both in prison together. We did some time in Eastern New York. And this was someone that I could always count on. I could always rely on to be there in times of trouble, in times of need, whether it be physical danger or just be a conversation. He has shown himself to be, both in there and out here, a true friend. And I greatly appreciate him coming out here to share his truth with y'all. So if you could do me a favor, because I love this dude, give it up for him. Give him some noise.
Thank y'all for coming. My name is Miles Floyd, Ridley Blue Floyd. My story started at the age of 16 behind them concrete walls over there. And it's a blessing that I'm on this side, voice my voice about the trauma and nightmare I had from that place behind us.
So it's good.
So my story started at the age of 16. I was 15 years old, and like a month later, a friend of mine had came over to my house and said, hey, you want to go for a ride?
We're not getting
So we all went and
permission.
drove
I
right.
just happen to be back there and could hear them. They said some things and they could hear them. I'm thinking maybe I
We started riding, we gave
March
pull
there.
over to my friend's panic.
feed the 13 a man to say we love you and break out.
The
But I
truck
want to
crashed,
pass it by Louis
we all got
first.
away, but one person got caught, obvious, and then he told on all of us. So I remember it was like a Sunday morning, and I just remember getting ripped from my bed, 16 years old, waiting for some heavy handcuffs, tight, almost I couldn't feel my veins.
Penny's gonna go
And he dragged
next.
down
She needs help
to
from
this
Louis,
place.
and that's why we had to switch.
And
And then Cedric will go.
my story about Munson County Jail, no human should go through that drama at the age of 16 years old. And the officer treated me as I was even a child. Treated me as a grown man. Had me stripped. I mean, I can't, it's kind of hard to swallow. But what I'm here to say is that prison and isolation is not the key, or can I say, it's not the solution, in better words. And I just feel that the trauma stay with me the rest of my life, scars and nightmares stay with me. It never left me being in them, pretty much being in the cage. One story I want to share with you is while I visited, while we're in Western County Jail, me and a friend of mine was playing, moving around, and all of a sudden we were really fighting. They pretty much beat both of us up, bloody, dragged us to the box, made us go, had us naked, pretty much made us go under the bed and close the gate. I ain't seen daylight in like 2 weeks straight. I got fed in there, I ain't got slept for nothing. And for a 16-year-old, that scarred me for the rest of my life. And that what caused me to pretty much returned that revolving door. I was angry and mad, and every time I came home, I didn't care about the laws. I didn't care about nothing. I was just angry and stuff. So it took me years to overcome the fears and the pain. And like my brother Sean said, it actually took me a stretch to really, find a key to overcome the nightmares and overcome the horror I had faced over the years. So my thing is that, I feel privileged to be, like I said, here and speak my voices for all the voices in Western County.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
And,
Yes.
and hopefully, now, I totally agree about mental health. Because a lot of people, I don't know how I survived doing 12 years not coming out as an insane individual. I see a lot of people go insane in prison, go insane overnight, young kids, taking every pill they can take. It's just like, it's a nightmare. But pretty much, my story is just that, that 16-year-old started that morning started a whole next 20 years of misery. And I'm glad I'm here today to get some of that pain out, and you guys helped me get some of that pain out.
Right, we here.
Thank you.
We here.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Miles, for giving us your truth, your story. I watched much of the same thing, the inhumane treatment of our community behind these walls. Literally, the stories that you just heard from Miles is not unique. It happens like on a daily basis. Like I said earlier, the tragedies that we come out for in the street and we rally behind and we say Black Lives Matter, it happens every fucking, excuse my language, it happens every day behind the wall. It happens every day, whether we're in the county jail or the state jail or federal jail. It happens, and enough is enough.
That's right.
Racism, white supremacy, inhumane treatment all thrive in the dark. They thrive in silence. We ain't having that anymore. This is putting a light on what's happening both in our communities and behind the wall. And we ain't stopping, right? No! We ain't stopping, right? No! Our next speaker is Penny. A pillar in the community. A pillar in the community. And she's gonna come up here and she's gonna speak her truth. Please give her a round of applause. Please give her a round of applause.
I'm happy to be here today. I feel privileged to be speaking my story here. And how destructive the system could be to a human when they wise and awake. And how they could destroy your life. When they see you, that you speak up and that you come forward. And I've been doing this for decades. This is how my story started. In 1973, I had finished graduating from college in Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico from the Department of Agriculture and Engineering. I worked for the Department of Agriculture. I worked for Monsanto, and I knew exactly what was going on. I quit the job, and I went on with my life and entered another college in Puerto Rico. One day, I'm in a club. I was only 17. And I'm with my friends, and there's this taxi driver that was in the club, and I asked him, we were hungry, and I wanted to get to the closest little town to get something to eat. And he told me he'll take me. On our way back, he goes in through a sugar field cane and tries to rape me. Right. I took the knife that he had in his front seat, and I cut him all off. To defend myself.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was over 50 years old. I was sentenced to 12 years.
That ain't right.
He said that I robbed him because he had the money. He was politically
That ain't right.
I did my time. They sent me, they took me to Governor of Puerto Rico, decided to leave, that I had to leave. I went to college being in prison in Puerto Rico. I was the first one to attend college in 1975 and 1976. I leave and they sent me to New York City on parole. It was a hellhole after that. My life was done. I was on parole. They had me tracked down. They knew where I was at. They knew everything about me. They had me all tracked down. They didn't want me out there talking. I was an activist since I was young. Then I started going into Rikers Island. And one time, 4 officers beat the crap out of me in the medical clinic and broke my ribs and broke my jaw. This happened in 1983, around there, I guess, 84. All right, they come find me. They locked me in the room with all these injuries. They didn't let me make phone calls or anything. Okay, that was my last time I went in there. I said, shit. But one time I slipped and I landed up in Bedford Hills. I landed up in Bedford Hills and they put me in Satellite, where the mentally ill at. Because that's how they were diagnosing me for years already in institutions. This is what the government does. They use mental health to excuse themselves of the crimes they commit.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is what Ann Sullivan, the commissioner of New York, is doing right now. I'm going to tell you now. So then, I go to Bedford Hills. I do my time. I'm in a Satellite with a severely mentally ill living in there with all these famous celebrity criminals that I believe half of them are in there innocent. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So then I come and I leave the prison after 4 years. And they give me an award letter for the best inmate, role model inmate. I leave Bedford Hills. I leave Bedford Hills again on parole. I go on parole. I move up here to New York, to Troy, New York, and try to change my life and leave New York City. Because I used to live in Troy before that, but I left and because they pushed me out of here.
I see.
They pushed me out of here and I left. I came back and arrest after arrest. So one day I'm up here, I'm speaking up. So in 2012, I'm in Troy Housing Authority living. I was fighting against these projects that are illegal here under HUD, and I wanted to transfer. They denied me a transfer. I kept writing to Human Rights, writing to Washington, D.C., everybody. My last letter was on September to Washington, D.C. and Human Rights, which is corrupt too. My last letter was September 27, 2012. I did it in the community room, and I used their printer. They looked at it. On October 1st, 2012, I got beat up by 3 police officers from Troy. Okay? Here I go through a trial. In the trial, Judge Myers decided there's perjury all around the paperwork in my transcripts. There's corruption. I said that there was going to be a mass disobedience, a civil war going on in America in the future, because that's what I was seeing. And they sent me for a mental evaluation in this jail. Here I go again. I get out. I leave the trial. They come and leave me alone. Here I go again. And I kept going arrested because I'm fighting for justice, because I want the responsibles that beat me up to be responsible. But Judge Myers, Judge Turner, Judge Jail, Abeloff, everybody decided to ignore these complaints that I submitted to every department out here.
It's not right.
In 2000, well, it kept going on. In August 18, 2017, I go in the courtroom asking for paperwork of what, of a mental evaluation they had done at 7:30. I get out of control because they trigger me. The cops trigger me. They bring me here. The judge sent me for a mental evaluation with a $1,000 fine. They decide here, in admission, didn't give me nothing to eat. Didn't give me a phone call. I had the right to get out on bail. It's only $100. And they decided was disturbed and confused what the hell I was doing there because I didn't have a clue what I was doing in here. All of a sudden, like 20 fucking officers dragged me, beat me, bounced me on the floor. They bruised my head, they fractured my wrist, they gave me black and blues, and a lot of people, high ranks, saw this. All right? They never let me get bailed out. They put me in a confinement, naked, not eating, okay? No food, no water, no fucking shit in there, huh? And they looked like thought I was in a fucking zoo like an animal because they used to come to the window and look at me. They even pepper sprayed me tons of times. All right? Then they come and confine me. So when I saw it the third day, nobody was taking me to a doctor, anything like that. I started putting feces of my feces on the window because I could smell my own shit, you know? So because of that reason, they decided to give me a shower after all that fucking days. Give me a shower so they could take me to Samaritan because they couldn't deal with me here no more. Because I already have a PTSD. And here they come and beat me again. So then they take me to Samaritan. Samaritan said, we're not dealing with her. You got to take her back to the jail. All right? And this went on and on and on. In 2019, I was in Albany, met with the MERS. It's the same virus that's going on right now. They rejected me, they didn't treat me. They call cops on me, they arrest me, they take me to the Morton Avenue courtroom. In the courtroom, in the court building, the officers decide they want to beat the fucking shit out of me again. Pulling my hair, beating me up. There was one officer that tried to help me. They pushed him to the side, they transferred him, now he works in City Hall in Albany. So then in June 17, in 2019, I go back to City Hall to see what happened to the video cameras, and they're not releasing. Nobody's looking into this. Here comes the police again, beats the shit out of me right there in City Hall. The mayor was there, everybody saw this. So don't think these people don't know what's going on. Don't believe what they say. That's right. So here she comes, and they get me arrested. The officer comes and beats me up, and they dump me in CDPC where they abuse you a little bit more. Mental health is the worst place you could go. And I don't understand why they send somebody for a mental evaluation to a cell to get locked in a fucking cell. What? That don't make no sense. So here they come, and they come in, take me to CDPC. CDPC takes my blood without my consent. They can do whatever they want. And this is not the first time. They do this all the time. The police uses mental health to cover up their crimes and to cover up the police brutality. In this jail, when I was beat up, a high-rank Ann Sullivan commissioner sent her assistant, the consumer director, her assistant, to come see and investigate what happened. She came and swept these complaints under the rug too, all right? Now Samaritan put these complaints under the rug, under the mental hygiene law. They should have submitted a complaint to mental health, Department of Mental Health, which they didn't. Again, they arrested me last year, 821, in 104th Street, 2nd Avenue. Our CDTA racist driver for a month harassed me, calling me, go back to your country. I'm a native. Our family come from Puerto Rico. I was born here, and I feel I belong here.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I can't stand there. I can't stand over there. I feel I got more rights than the same people that were telling me that I had to leave.
That's right.
So he kept harassing me. One day, he called the cops on me. Here comes the cops, dragged me out the bus, and boom, beat the shit out of me again. He said some racist remarks that it was just disturbing. If anybody gets that video, he said, you Hispanics are a troublemaker here in Troy, and we're going to look into it that we get you out of this town. Exactly just like that. Okay? All right. I keep going to court. This is like my 17th arrest of disorderly conduct. I got arrested in the Capitol. I got sexually assaulted there too. okay? In front of a bunch of 100 people in a mental health event for the funding for supported housing. And nobody did nothing. They took the intake, everybody swept that under the rug. Internal affairs is with the program too. It's with the bullshit. All right? Everybody. The day I yelled at Cuomo in the news that I told him he was a punk ass, he wasn't doing nothing.
As he is. As is true.
I said to him,
Facts.
I was sexually assaulted in this building, and the cops took out a weapon out on me. What did he do? He went and bailed out that reporter and let my ass. The reason he didn't want that reporter to get arrested, that reporter been at that field in that building too long and knows too much. You know?
That's right.
And then he ignored me and got me arrested. And this continues and I'm still going to court. I had to go to court the other day, but I refused to wear a mask. And then now I got to go to October. And this is my life. Going to courts and jails, mental health, locking CDPC, lock here, lock there. They always locking me the fuck down. Because they don't want people fearless like me speaking out here.
That's right. You fearless, Ma. That's right.
In Albany, on Brown and State Street, I had a sign standing in 2015. The cops arrest me again because they don't want nobody to read the sign that I was saying about the private military police that was coming in the future. Okay?
And here we
I
are.
knew about all this already.
That's right.
On Pearl Street one time too, another police come approach me. I'm standing in front of my car. Approaches me, asking for my license. No, I don't have to use I don't have to give you my license, and I don't need a license to drive in America from border to border. Under the Act to Travel. It's in our Constitution. In freedom of movement. You see? So he insisted. I said, no, you're not getting shit. So anyway, they kept harassing me. These videos are on YouTube. They kept harassing me. I got out the car and I said, you fucking communist motherfuckers. You private military police. You know what? You're creating a civil war. You're creating a civil disobedience. And it's coming. And it's going to hit you motherfuckers hard. That's right. But now, when I'm walking down here now, the police always bothering me. They're always stopping me. That's why I don't have a car. They're always stopping me. They're right there. When they saw me, they said, Perez, trying to instigate. You know? And she called me. She said, Nida, because I was going to get in it with them.
Yeah.
I got a bad eye. They damaged me. They damaged my brain. And you know, I'm not talking crap. I got all my arrest papers in that book back. I got my papers from the jails from Puerto Rico, parole, my arrest papers from here, the medical records from here, everything from here. This chief don't want to release. He says that I never existed there August 18, 2017. But meanwhile, I got the medical record from Samaritan saying the RCJ took me over there.
That's right.
You know? So, you know, they want to keep shoving things out, and I am so happy your people are out here doing this.
Love you.
And I just stay out. The police and the police, stay out of crisis. Stop sending first responders to mentally ill people.
That's right.
You know that 86% of the people that have shot or beat out here or disabled mentally ill, did you know every guard, the brand, all of them, look it up, they all had a disability and were on SSI or on Social Security. You know?
Thank
I
you, Ma.
think it's sad that they have targeted us, not because we mentally ill, because we are smart.
That's right.
That's what's going on. And all my life, I've been living in the mental health system, from jail to prison to mental health, from jail to prison. A wise, educated person as me that worked for Monsanto and knows about Big Pharma and this scam. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that, Penny. Thank you. Okay, our next speaker, local New York's own, Casey.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello, my name is Casey, and I am with Vocal New York. That stands for Voices of Community Activist Leaders.
Not bad.
And I'm a person who has a mental
I don't know
illness.
what the hell I said.
I'm also a survivor of police brutality. Several times over. The first time I experienced police brutality, I was 13 years old. My mother called the police thinking she was going to get help because that's what she would think, right? She called because I ran away and I was very sick. And when the cop came to get me, I made a comment to him about his weight. And this grown man took a 13-year-old girl and picked her up and threw her on the ground because he couldn't handle a comment about his weight. He did that in front of a bunch of people, a bunch of my peers. He picked me up, threw me in the car, and brought me to my house. They let my mom know on the way that we were coming. She put the dog away, right? He came in, took his baton out, and purposely hit the dog. His exact words were, "I don't like pit bulls." If he says that about a breed of dog, what does he think about a race of people? Okay? Again, I got a little irate because I'm 13 and mentally ill. This man assaults me again in front of my mother and my 7-year-old sister, who's hysterically crying. So, that ain't right.
That ain't right.
My father had to come home from work and bring me to the Ellis Hospital and beg these people because they couldn't take it. They couldn't have it anymore. My parents learned then not to call the police when they needed help. They learned that at that point that they don't help us. Think about if there was a social worker. If my mom called a social worker.
People are, they get up there.
Okay? Because I'll tell you, that police officer, he is a sheriff, a Saratoga County Sheriff today. Still working. Okay? Still beating people up, all right? A social worker wouldn't have did that. A social worker would have safely got me to the hospital. A social worker would not have traumatized my little sister, my dog, my mother. No. And we wouldn't be paying a pension, and we're paying for this guy to traumatize all of our community. Over and over and over, okay? Over. My son is 9 years old, all right? He has autism. Why does he need to carry around an identification that says, I have autism, if this is how I react, if you don't know me, don't do this? Because if the police come, then he needs to show his identification. 9 years old! Why does a 9-year-old need to show identification? Why?
Shouldn't have to.
That ain't right. No. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
No.
That ain't right.
Kids should be kids. These kids shouldn't have to know what this is. They shouldn't have to do this. They should be able to play and have fun. And they don't even have a freaking place to play. They don't have a place to play. But they got a place for them to put the parents if they do something wrong. That's right. And then we take the kids and we put them in the foster care system. And we pay somebody else to take care of them. Right? Yeah.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. That ain't right. We need to defund the police and we need to do it now. We got harm reduction programs that actually save the community that aren't getting paid, like Project Save Point. They're not getting paid on their contracts, and what does that have? Oh, overdose rates are going to go up. You got that money needs to be served. Not this. We don't need this. We need overdose rates going down.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Not more police. You know?
That's right.
Look at Saratoga. They got the horses and they got shields
about it.
for their eyes.
Talk about it.
They got shields for the fucking horses.
Speak on it.
All right?
Thank you.
All right, I live in Saratoga County, smallest city in the state of New York, in Saratoga Logan County. $1.3 million police budget. And they're not even counting the retirement. That's another $80,000. 1 year, 1 square mile, 24 police officers. 1 square mile. That's, I like numbers. Thank you. And just like she said, they don't like us because we're smart. That's right. They don't like us because we're smart. I use my brain, and they don't like it. So, say it with me. Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
That wasn't loud enough!
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Give it up!
So she right, like we need a little bit more energy. It's been a minute, I know it's hot, people are comfortable. I appreciate that everyone's paying attention, but that's not good enough. At all. It's not. I don't want to have to call Queena because that's a whole nother thing.
Get excited!
My favorite chant that I tend to forget the words to. It's really fun. So that everyone understands, we will never compare breeds of animals with the race of our people.
That's right.
Never. Never. Because the problem we have right now is they think we're animals. They treat us like animals. They lock us in cages. They beat us. They tell us, don't speak. Don't look me in my eye. Do as you're told. Don't you question me, boy. That's how they treat us. So we will not speak about ourselves in that way. We will not speak about each other in that way. We know that race is not scientific, but that shit
All of us.
And so we're going to bring up another one of all of us. Someone that I've gotten to talk to and meet time and time again in different areas across the Capital District. Always showing up, no matter what shirt he's wearing. And so Cedric is going to come up and speak his truth. And y'all need to keep that energy when he's walking up here. I'm not hearing it. Where's it at?
Come on.
If you're looking for fire and brimstone, you're not getting it with me. It's real. You know, I don't like talking. I don't even want to be here at all. I don't want to be here. You know, prison system, the criminal justice system has made me an abuser in so many levels. You know, I've been an abuser of myself, an abuser of children, an abuser of women, abuser of men, abuser of family members. You know, I lost myself in this system for a long time. I don't want to fucking be here. That's real. I don't want to be here. Right? Some people call me angry. Right? Some people, you know, and it's obvious I'm black. You know, but that angry black, some people put that negative connotation on it. I am a fucking angry black man right now.
You're not alone.
I'm a grieving father, black man, brother, uncle. I'm grieving. This is what grief look like. That's what grief look like. You know, that's what trauma look like. You know, this is suffering look like. So I don't want to be here. And I don't want to waste my fucking time, because my time is precious.
Yes, it
right?
is. It is.
My time is precious. Them 17 years of prison time they got that, right? The 25, 30 years of misery, they got that. I don't want to talk to them. They ain't ready to listen to me. They'll listen to y'all. But what I want to do, though, I want to take this opportunity, right, to first speak to our black men. It is okay to grieve. It is okay to grieve. It ain't no weak thing. We fucking grieving. And this is what this shit look like. This is what it look like. Right? You know, we get our toes stepped on, right? And some people, you know, we all got a right to say ouch, right? Some people say ouch in a kind way. And some people say, get the fuck off my toe, right? So what they want to do, right, is they focus on get the fuck off my toe and not the behavior to have me say that. So, right?
Think, my brother, think. Think.
Okay, so talking to black men, black formerly incarcerated men. I sit here privileged. Right? I got a job 18 months ago as a community organizer. Ain't nowhere in hell that there wasn't no black women or brown women more qualified than me. But it was sexy to give that funding and that job to a formerly incarcerated black man, right? So I'm gonna take this opportunity, right, to stand up for those, right, that don't have that opportunity, a bunch of black and brown women also, right?
Think, my brother, think.
John Lewis, right? John Lewis left us with a charge. He said, march on, right? He said, march on. But sometimes marching on means get out the way, too. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a 49-year-old black man, formerly incarcerated. I'm a land well. They're going to give me a $60,000 a year job, community organizer, going anywhere, you know what I mean? And they're going to think that I'm straight, right? But they don't take it into consideration. They gave the money to the wrong motherfuckers, right? Because again, taking that pulpit, right, to say, listen, when are we gonna get out the way? When we gonna let the true leaders, right here, these true leaders, right, lead us? When we gonna let these true leaders lead us, despite the color of the shirt we wear, despite the name of the organization that we working for, you know what I mean? Despite what part, you know what I mean, of the state or what part of the capital district we coming from, what street we live on and what street we don't live on, we got to show up, right? I didn't want to be here. I don't want to be here, right? But something told me to put that trench coat on, put that backpack on, put the apple in the bag, put the book in the bag and the toothbrush, and get the fuck out there, right? I asked God this morning, right? Please don't let me die from being black today. I got about another hour to soon as I get out of here, I'm hauling their ass home. So I can. Yo, this ain't no joke. This is real. This is real, right? This is real. I'm about to get his microphone up because I don't know how to incite. You know, I don't know how to not incite, right? I don't know how to do that. I've been at war for 49 years. Make sure
Speak, my brother. Speak, my brother. Speak, my brother. Speak. Speak.
This young man right here, right? Oh, sorry, young girl. These mans is doing us dirty. These mans doing us dirty. What again? You know, black men make mistakes too. And we need to own up to those mistakes. So I apologize, right? But the young person right here, right? The young human right here, right? Come on. Got a target on the back just because the color of the skin. No other reason. We're not asking for no special treatment. I'm not asking for nothing extra, nothing special. I just want to be treated equally. And I can't be treated equally by going to fucking jail for 0.2 grams of crack cocaine, right? Right? For the lifetime of my children, right? 0.2 grams of crack cocaine. And they take us and they put us in these rural ass jail, right? And then they play with us and send us to each county, rural ass jail, right? And they antagonize you. They beat the shit out you like the sister said, right? And when you decide to say, I'm not getting beat no more, and I'm gonna stand up, right? Then you get another charge on top of the charge you came in there with, right? And then you go to prison with the jacket. So when you go down there, they say, we know you like to beat up on officers, on ours, right? And you go through hell from there. Then they have you sign a paper in duress to come home. And when you don't abide by those rules, they put you back behind the wall, right? What they do. And when is the stigma? I mean, what is this? I don't even know how to say it. I'm lost. I'm used to know how to, say words. When is the stigmatizing going to stop? When is the criminalizing going to stop? When the marginalizing going to stop? I know the answer though, and they know the answer too. They see the writing on the wall. We fucking here. We here. And you know how I know we ain't going nowhere? Because right here. This right here why I know we ain't going nowhere. Let's get out the way. Let's get violent resources to the leaders, to the experts, right? And let's throw them away by attempt. So at one time they can turn that mantle and give the baton to somebody else to continue that fight. We gotta know how to get the fuck out the way sometimes, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out the way. You tell me when you need me to show up, and I'll be there. That's right.
Speak, my brother, speak. Speak.
So put your coat on, put the backpack on, and get to marching.
I'm gonna give this back to Sean in a minute, but he lied. He said, I'm not gonna bring the fire and the brimstone. Why you lied, Cedric? Because every single one of those words that you said, every single one of them, and inside there they felt it. They felt everything you said. You didn't just bring truth. You brought power. You brought hope. Cedric. This is what this looks like. It don't matter what shirt you wear, what organization you with, you not with an organization. It don't matter because when all of us show up together, they get shook. They get scared. We almost done. I'm gonna give it back to Sean, but I just couldn't because Cedric lied. Cedric lied. He said I'm not bringing the fire and brimstone, and then said sometimes you need to move out the way, so I'm gonna move my light-skinned black ass out the way.
Let me start this.
Or I'm not, because Sean moved his ass out the way. So, we are here in Troy. We're here in Troy where police brutality happens every single day, where the racist police watch us and think that we don't notice them. We're here in Troy. Long history. Just like every city, but also different from every city, right? There is individuality in what we face in our local communities. Sometimes
of people who were beaten, harmed, raped, abused, or murdered by police and corrections officers. Police and corrections officers, because corrections officers ain't correcting shit. But we always give home court advantage. We gonna make sure that Troy has its time and space to talk about their demands, to talk about what they are leading with, what has come from what is now Troy for Black Lives, who's been doing work in this city for years, and who I'm proud to work with as individuals or as an organization, because Masai's all about that shit. I don't know if you remember, we had a Juneteenth in Albany, outside of the DA's office. I cried that day at your words and your power and your strength, and I have followed you ever since. And I will follow you anyway. You come up here and speak your truth, King.
Peace and blessings to all within my voice. I know they'll hear my voice inside because I have a loud ass voice. They told me a long time ago I had a big mouth. I don't have a big mouth, I have a damn deep voice. They wanted me to talk to them like I talked to my baby boy. I told them, if you ain't a baby, then stop acting like one.
Thank you.
Now, Jamaica, Luce, and all, there's so many women, Armani, Damaris, it's so many names. Naomi, it's so many. And I say their names because Anastasia. All these women, and it's a lot of men as well, but I say these women's names because these women really keep it real for me. They help me be a better person because the devil rides me constantly. And like that brother said, I am an angry black man also. They robbed me of 10 years of my damn life. You understand? It started when I was 13. About them brothers' age right there. They started following me in their cars, saying slick-ass remarks, knowing I was going to respond. It was only a matter of time. Then I respond, and now they do what they do. In spite of them trying to steal my life from me, I'm blessed. I live to see 11,000 people march in this city for black people. So I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. I'm also blessed because my shadow is my baby girl. And I love her. I love her more than my life. I'll give my life.
Yes.
And I like the sound of This Is the Freedom Tour. Because like John Lewis said, we want freedom now. Right now. We don't want freedom suddenly. We want it now. You ain't gonna break me off a bit of piece of freedom and act like you done me a damn favor.
That's right.
Don't do me no damn favors. I'm tired of them. Free me and my people. Free my babies. We're tired of an America that don't want us in it. Now, if you don't want us in it, free us. Then when we talk about freedom, they say, well, why you want to leave us? Would you leave your child in an abusive relationship?
No.
Huh?
No.
Would you leave your baby girl in an abusive relationship?
Hell
Or your
no.
baby boy?
Hell no.
You'll tell them to get the hell out, won't you?
That ain't right.
So what the hell are we doing? Now they're giving us promises. I say no more promises. We don't wait on them to tell us what they're going to give us. We take what the fuck we want.
That's right. Say it. Say it.
babies? Leave our women? Hell no. If we do, then we are not the men that was created for. We are not men. We might as well lay the hell down.
Thank you.
We're at war. We've been at war. We just gotta get around to it. They know it. We better get up, catch up to speed. Catch up to speed. Then they talk about the conditions my baby's in. Oh, Bloods and Crips. Like I say, I got a son Blood and got one Crip. I love them both. And they condition ain't on them. The condition was set by somebody else. We gotta help them out of that shit. We got a job to do. We gotta get out there on them blocks with them and say, what you doing today? I'm going with your ass. I'm going with you. I'm going with you. Now, how the hell he gonna kill somebody if you will? Come on. This is the shit we gotta do as black men. The women gotta do your job. Kick them the fuck out your house if they ain't being a man. Get them out. If they ain't helping you raise your babies, get them out. If they ain't ready to die for your baby, get them out.
Thank you.
Get them out.
That's right.
I give my life to thank right now for my baby girl. And for any baby right here. Any of them. Because they all belong to me. I just don't claim her. I claim them all.
That's right. That's right.
So I say, no justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Freedom! Freedom! When I say freedom, I want you to say now, because we want freedom right the hell now. Right now. We don't want tomorrow. Fuck freedom and peace. I want freedom all. I want it all. And now, I would like my baby girl to read these demands. I'm going to start reading these demands. We've made these demands since the inception of Justice for Me. But this is what Troy for Black Lives demand. Since the formation of Justice for Me in 2017, now known as Troy for Black Lives, we have called for measurable commitment to police accountability and justice that protects citizens, visitors, and neighbors of Troy, New York. We demand cops stop killing us and our children. We demand a newly formed civilian review board with subpoena power and representation of no less than 60% of the people most impacted by violence and police violence, and at the intersection of black, indigenous people of color, and LGBTQ, young people, people with disabilities, and are formerly incarcerated. We demand a full and impartial investigation of every instance of use of deadly force by police officers, whether or not it results in a death. This includes injury and whether or not victims is alleged to have been armed. Where there is evidence of abuse, a vigorous grand jury presentation and prosecution. We demand that disentanglement of county government with ICE and making Troy a sanctuary city. And to comprehensively look at ways we can be welcoming and supportive city to our immigration population. We demand the appointment of Attorney General by executive order or legislation as an independent investigator and prosecutor in all cases of use of deadly force by police officers, whether or not the victim is alleged to have been armed or whether or not the victim survives. We demand the exploration and creation of diversion programs away from criminal justice involvement and community-based treatment alternatives, especially for youth,
the mentally ill, and in cases involving drugs or substance abuse and sex work with a view to reducing unnecessary incarceration, which disproportionately impacts economically exploited communities, and specifically Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Don't talk about us. Do you have anything? You have nothing, right?
No.
Troy, New York is part of a national and global movement for Black lives, and like the national movement for Black lives, we demand divestment from the police and investment in Black communities. Investment in the education, health, and safety of Black people, instead of investing in the criminalization, caging, and harming of Black people. The supporting and prioritization of our youth and the honoring of the rights of children. If this city cannot afford to open up our pools, then the city needs to demand that all colleges in Troy open their pools to our youth for free. These colleges are non-profits, and they benefit from small towns like us, and so should our kids. Now, my baby girl will speak.
All you guys need to remember, this is stuff that we demand. Not I, not just Troy for Black Lives, but we, all of us. We demand investments in Black communities determined by Black communities and divestment from exploitive forces, including prisons, fossil fuels, police, surveillance, and exploitative corporations. We demand a relocation of funds from policing and incarceration to long-term safety strategies such as education, local restorative and or transformative justice services, processes, and employment programs. And the speedy advancement of decarceration efforts and the end of the criminalization of property. Of poverty. We demand that the rights of protesters be respected and protected, and that there be no abuse of power. Violations of property should never be equated to the violation of human life. We demand that local and state officials ensure that there be no abuse of powers. We demand the appeal of the dismissal of the charges against Rensselaer County DA Joel Abelov, who covered up the police killing of Edson Theveny. We demand the filing of charges against Jared Eiler for his role in the shooting of my cousin, Dominic McDonald. We demand transparency within all offices in service to the people, including the mental health services, housing assistance organizations, organizations working to end poverty, and organizations addressing DV and sexual assault. We demand no use of lethal force on protesters. The president is already sending troops to democratic cities to harm protesters. We are seeing this in Portland and now Chicago. These are all things that we demand. Us together. I represent Troy for Black Lives and the youth. And one thing about the youth is in kindergarten we learned that the police are supposed to protect us. But where are they? Because it's just more danger to the danger that we already have. You can't fight fire with fire. So where are the people to protect us? The police force is the biggest gang in America. We have to fight against it. social media. It's not a trend, it's a movement. A trend is a post with a hashtag. A movement is with everybody moving. Everybody moving forward, not backward, forward together. So these are all the things that we demand. Please. Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black lives.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
Hey, hey.
So we about to wrap it up. And of course I get to say things because I got the microphone. Before we do, I don't know if anybody else noticed, there wasn't no damn difference, and this is a good thing, between the 13 demands and the Detroit for Black Lives demand, 13, their demands.
Yes.
It's an in addition to the 13 demands.
That's right.
The 13 demands that all of us put out, we always said, was the beginning. We already found the addendum to add on to what we demanded. So as we are getting ready to leave here, we gonna march a little bit down that way. We're gonna be loud, because we want to make sure they still hear us inside. So y'all better make sure you get up, shake off all your lazy bones. And as you are able, we gonna walk down this way, being loud, y'all. Where Queen Anne? What we supposed to do? Get excited! Get excited! Get excited! Y'all ready, right?
Get together. Tell them get together. Just get together.
Everybody together. Y'all got your mask on. If you ain't got a mask, you need one. Just ask.
I used to, I sold it. It's fucking awful. That's why I never worked on
No justice!
No peace!
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 No
justice! No justice!
No
justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
No racism!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
We're gonna stay. No, we're gonna stay here. Then we're gonna.
No justice!
No peace!
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 Sean, nice to work with you today.
Nice to see you. I love the ride. It was awesome. Amen. Love you. Love you. Excuse me, sir.
The mental health thing. Wherever you guys want to go. I just didn't know. I know if you guys are marching, I was going to hop up front.
They can cut through to get to their cars.
You got walking? Nah.
From here.
No, straight down.
With somebody else walking.
Okay.
We all know.
So we know that their housing units are a little bit further down. We gonna stay away from the fence.
We're walking this side. This is all on the news. I guess we gotta change it.
Which way are we going?
That way.
So we're gonna walk down there a little bit further so they can hear us a little bit better. But that means you still gotta be louder. I don't believe you. Are you gonna be louder?
So we're not stopping, we're marching through and cutting out.
Yep.
We're gonna march through so that they hear us and then cut over to our cars. All right? All right. What do we want? Justice! What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Justice! What do we want? What do we want? Justice! What do we want? What do we want? Justice! What do we want? If we don't get it, if we don't get it. Okay, so shut it down. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. What do we want? Justice. What do we want?
On this side, on that side.
We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. We don't get it. Shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. Justice. Now. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. So we need to know, they need to know we want them all. So together in unison, we're going to say, let all people go. People go! Let our 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 people go!
Hear us!
People go!
They hear us!
People go!
They hear us!
People go! Let our people go!
They hear us.
People go! Let our people go! Let our people go!
Yeah, yeah.
People go! Let our 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 people go! March check! 1, 2!
Y'all hear them?
You hear them? We hear you! We hear you! We hear you!
Yep.
Everybody, let's go home. That's right.
We hear you. 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 We. I guess.
It takes everything out. I literally was like, I'm glad I put that on that.
We appreciate each and every one of you every time you show up. And I'm also going to say this shit I say all the time. Who the fuck you bringing with you next time?
Everybody. Everybody.
I love seeing familiar faces, but even more, I like seeing new faces. So welcome to being a part of all of us. Because you leave with all to do. And we are going back to our vehicles, going back to our families, going back to our homes, our friends. Who are the 5 people that you're going to reach out to make sure that show up in the future? Y'all know we're making those lists in your mind right now. Thinking about, you know what, I know the one with this one person, they seem kind of radical. I'm going to reach out to them. Actually, know some of those folks. You know what? At my church, we talk about social justice. I'm going to get our social justice committee to come out and support it. Or at your synagogue, or at your mosque, or at your basement where you just sit and pray. Wherever it is, wherever you connect with people, if there are clubs or social gatherings that y'all doing online, bring them out. Y'all hear me? Yeah. Y'all bring some people out? Yes. I will be watching. Everyone get home safe, please. And remember that COVID is real. Wear your mask. And we got hand sanitizer if anybody needs it. Love y'all. Get home safe. Have a good night. Oh, and Troy Lights Out is happening. So if you still got some energy left, head on into Troy for Troy Lights Out because, well, we don't get tired that fast. All right, bye, y'all. Later.
I gotta reorient. That was the one. Yeah, so I'm not.
Yeah, my sister got it, so I'm like, I have to write all over it before I have to hear her mouth. I'm sorry.